is if you read a post or see a post that maybe offends you or you have a really strong reaction to, and sometimes this can happen without you even knowing.
Yeah.
And you can't really prepare for things like that. So we wanted to give you some guidelines that if you happen to see a post or a comment or a video that really you find you're having a really strong reaction to, we wanted to give you some guidelines on how maybe you could go through that process and still remain connected to the group and to yourself. So what we were thinking of is don't respond hastily. So as an example, try and take a few minutes, put your phone down or your computer, take a few deep breaths, really try and connect with yourself. And I would even go so far as to, if it's a very strong response, is to message one of us directly, if you need to, and then wait overnight.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Many of us, including myself, has sent an email response or a message response quickly. And it's just a quick instinct, and our intention wasn't maybe to hurt somebody or anything, and maybe it didn't land that way, because if it's not usually in one-on-one, you really don't get all the emotions behind it. So if it's just a quick message, maybe the person typing it up didn't mean to make you feel like that.
Exactly, and this is another series we'll be doing, which is about emotional containment. So we've got some really great tips and techniques which I'm excited to share with you about how to contain a big emotion instead of discharging. And often when we respond immediately, that is often, especially when we're triggered or we're in an emotional state, the first things that come out the mouth may not be exactly what we would like to say. If for example, we were in a relaxed, calm, happy, loving space, would the words be the same?
Yeah, you're exactly right. So, example, maybe you post something and you're trying to be very helpful or just sharing how you feel. And maybe today, my day was insanely busy. Everybody I interacted with maybe that day was extremely challenging, so maybe my energy is a little bit drained. Maybe on the way home I get cut off in traffic, and the time I get home, like, I'm just so drained, so burnt out, and I'm about to take care of myself, but I don't. So I open up the computer and I log on, and then I see a post that was, you were trying to be helpful, but maybe I interpret this one thing, that just like that one word, I'm out of it now, and I'm like, oh, I got to respond to that. I have to let her know instantly that this is not all right. Versus like, then maybe I took care of myself. Maybe I had a nap. Maybe I meditated. Maybe I didn't respond that day. I just witnessed. That's how I feel. I'm going to tell her tomorrow if I still feel the same way. Log on tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I don't know why I felt like that, but today that lands completely different.
That is a great point, David. A great point, because it does have a lot to do with also the mindset we are in when we read and see a post.
Right.
And then I loved how you mentioned you came home after work, because there is a time later in the series, again, we're going to learn about assertive communication, and they said definitely when you assert yourself, you avoid the situation of after work, before dinner. It's like they have a name for that time or space where people are generally not at their best. Let's say that. Not at their best. So that is like a time to avoid conflict, to avoid posting, to avoid getting into posting in reactive mode. So the reality is that we will all most likely say something that may offend or may upset someone else in the group. And we can't control that, and we're not asking to be so precise, because we can't control how other people might take what we say. And as long as we've responded from the I position, and we've taken ownership for our feelings, and we've been honest and transparent in a spirit of encouraging, in a spirit of cohesion, and a spirit of encouraging and supporting, that's the very best we can do. And we can't please everybody all the time.
Right.
So the truth is, we may inadvertently offend somebody.
Yeah.
And I think in the group, if we all realize that the spirit we're coming from is a collaborative, inviting, open, encouraging space, and that's what we are trying to achieve. If we remember that when we get offended, maybe that might help us to take the time that we need to rebalance before posting.
Yeah, exactly.
We also value your feedback and input. So any time in the group you feel that something is a little bit off, or you don't understand something, or you feel like a post may not meet all the guidelines and you have some opinions about the group's safety, please let either of us know as soon as you can. And we're here to facilitate this great healing space for all of us.
Yeah, we want a safe playground for everybody.
Exactly, thank you. We were going to mention as well that anything we mention throughout the series, if you are under professional help from any professional outside of this group and turnfit, then please follow whatever professional advice you've been given. If anything is conflicting, please bring it to our attention. But any professional advice, please take that. We also really want to create an environment with the group where you can feel safe enough to experiment. Maybe sharing your authentic self, your experience, is maybe something that's really different for you, or it feels strange. And our hopes is that you would feel very comfortable to share in this space and maybe try some things you've never tried before.
Yeah, if this is the space to do it. Because pretty much most of the people that join this group, it is outside of their comfort zone, especially when they're coming in through the mindset of fitness. This is brand new, communicating so openly, but you'll see that you will soon love the experience and start to crave it. And it is normal at the beginning to be like, this is weird, I don't like this feeling, is odd. Maybe this post is weird, these people are weird, whatever the thoughts are. But over time, like, you'll see that the sharing is what helps everybody seem to succeed. It's the community, and we all used to have an amazingly strong community years and years ago. Luckily, where we live, like, our community here is pretty good, and the people that we associate and connect with, we're all very similar, and we help and support each other's growth. And online, this is another awesome tool, because if you don't have that where you currently are, you have at least this group.
Amazing. It is amazing that you have this group, and this is a huge asset. And I just want to share something, that the first video I sent to David that I'd ever made about the counseling, my profession, that's something that I'm so passionate about, and I've never done a video about it. So this is the very first time that I've done a video about this topic, and I did it to actually send David the first one, which was on loving kindness practice, which will also be in the later series for all of you guys. And then the second video I made was my introduction video that I posted to the group. So that's I've only done 2 videos, so this is literally now the third, coming on the third and then fourth videos that I've done. So I'm super grateful that I met you, David, and that you've helped to push me outside my comfort zone, because this is also outside my comfort zone, and sharing my authentic self with people that I don't have a personal relationship with. I'm hoping that as we get to know each other more in the group, that relationship will develop. But I just wanted to share with you all, this is also very new for me. And I'm very grateful for the chance to have an opportunity to push me outside my comfort zone.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So I'm honored to be part of this group, and I'm looking forward to bringing the next video series and having your feedbacks and comments and hearing and getting to know all of you.